Hello and welcome back to Age of the Ring World Cup. We have gone through the qualifier stage. We are now in round 2. I've got my brothers with me to cast these tournaments. And our first match today is Strider versus Metal Razor. Okay then, mate. Who are you going to choose? In bottom left-hand corner, we've got Strider as Gondor. And then at the top right, we've got Metal Razor as Dwarves. Who are you going for?
Strider was also a wild card from round 1. I think I backed Metal Razor in round 1. So I'm going to stay loyal. Metal Razor all the way.
I
can't ditch him now. He's.
Yeah, because Metal Razor played against Serena too, didn't he? Strider is very good. If it's the Strider, I think it is. Wow, look at this. That's a forward farm. Hey, that's really clever. So it looks like Strider's built a farm really far forward to sort of try and spot the Dwarven tunnel.
Yeah, okay, nice.
I love that. So he now knows where the builder is. He knows, he's going to lose that farm. So there is...
Yeah, look at that.
That's
great.
You know
what, Strider is very good, but I had to go Metal Razor. Loyalties, but look, that's genius, isn't it? That is absolutely genius.
You know you've set a precedent now. if you're staying loyal,
precedent.
Yeah, I love it. I backed him last time. The thing is, though, you're only going to back him because he won last time. So
No, but I do. I've been thrashed by Strider probably loads. So
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player. So I'm thinking about this strategy. Is whether it's good or not? Like he deletes the farm, he gets 115 back. Is it good or is it actually terrible?
It gives him visibility. It gives him visibility, doesn't it? Do you know, like spotting the tunnels? That's the thing. Because I guess half the time, if you send your units out, they go in the wrong direction. So I think it's quite clever. I think it's quite clever.
Hey, do you know what? He's done it on both sides.
Yes.
So it's worked quite nicely because he's already dropped that early harass tunnel. And a big thing with Dwarves is if you get Dwarves into the enemy base, that's nice. Look, he's going to spot it. He's going to spot it again with that tunnel.
Yeah, no, this is a great strategy. I love this. I'm making notes. This is a great anti-dwarven strategy, isn't it? It's just the best.
I love it. This is great from you, Strider. This is fantastic. Keep it up. And look, he's on the harass, so he's pushing the Gondor. Lamondon swords are pushing in. I'm not sure how Lamondon swords are going to cope in this matchup, though. I feel
not so good. But you have to say that the worst possible thing you can have is Dwarves in your base, isn't it? And look, he's almost completely kind of stopped that. So
sort of partially. I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. Like they are in the base inevitably. Although he is counter-offensively taking. That's a 97 farm that he's dropping.
Yeah, interesting. Drill.
Interesting that now Strider's going for a archery range. You've been playing the game too much when you recognize what the building's going to be just from the plot size. I think I need to get out more. I need to go.
Lies, nonsense.
Yeah, no. Yeah, look. Surprise. It is an archery range up there in the top left.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure. What do I know, really? But I think cavalry would have been more useful in this scenario. But
gives you speed against dwarves. Maybe they're limiting factor. But
I think it'd be easier to harass with that. I'm not sure how much the archers are gonna contribute. I don't know. It depends. Maybe an archer hero is gonna come out with him. Are we gonna see a return of Steve? I hope so. Oh, Steve was Rivendell. What am I talking about?
To say, I think every faction should have a Steve, shouldn't it?
I know. We can't mix them up. It was Rivendell. Ignore me. I'm talking absolute gibberish as usual. I love the persistence of Metal Razor here. He's absolutely determined to just keep those mines going, which is exactly how you should play. And completely never listen to a thing I say because those archers are working beautifully. So, next time I suggest something, just be like, no, just that's wrong. Okay.
But
Oh,
I mean, in
look,
fairness, who do you think? I mean, how's it matching up? Do you reckon at the moment? So looking at, we're focused on Strider's base. So do we take the Metal Razor is keeping the pressure, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't know. I think it's not great that I mean the constant mining that is Metal Razor is doing is fantastic. It's easy to become very defensive. So I'm hoping that oh no, is that a builder dying? Go on, move that builder. No. Oh, that was close. That was close. Yeah, look at those
He got
archers. Those
out.
archers.
Oh dear.
Those archers are
Just got
really,
out.
really kicking in, aren't they? That's fantastic to see the actual effectiveness of that. And look, he's going on the counter-offensive. This is a great game. This is fantastic.
To be honest,
mean,
it's
the
what
back
you
of
really want, isn't it? Like, round two, you're going to see some great matchups.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And in Strider, even though he's a wild card, is just fantastic.
Yeah, it'd have probably been there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I would have absolutely won that battle, hands down. Yeah, definitely. This harass. I wonder whether this is just going to come down to spellbook points. But look, he's even building mines in the back of his base. Fantastic from Metal Razor. You've got to hand it to him.
You've got to hand it, absolutely.
And Strider's now pushing forward on the offensive. I wonder, he's really
he sort of feels
to,
like he's checked it, doesn't he? He does, I think.
I think Strider's got a really good counter-offensive here, and he's split his army for a defensive army, and I just worry that too large an army to be able to cope with is going to come out. Oh no, like that, for example. Oh, but look, completely ignores it, cuts around the back, bunches his units, and now we're looking at the counter-offensive from Strider. This is great from him.
Yeah,
if he can get that,
split his army quite nicely, hasn't he? Really has.
If he can get that 97 farm,
yeah,
that's a real loss. Yeah, and he's going to get it.
Yeah, and actually, just an interesting point here is like that split the army. You've got a defensive army and an offensive army. One sort of covering the base. I mean, so often it's so easy to do it. Hit the Q key and clump all your whole entire army together, and that doesn't really pay dividends at all, does it? I mean, I speak as one who does that all the time, but
yeah. Oh no, I'm the same. I absolutely the same. I mean, this is great. From like, you're absolutely right. The Q panic button, you almost want to take that off.
It is a panic button. You do, yeah.
Like you panic and you bring all your units, but there's such great micro from both sides. I mean, look at this dwarf. This dwarf will not die. There's I mean, annoyingly, Strider, my main man, has lost his forge, which is kind of. It's kind of needs to be replaced as soon as possible.
So both playing pretty well. I mean, both keeping up the aggression. Even
the problem,
yeah.
The problem I'm seeing, the patterns appearing is that look, his builders up here. He's not rebuilding. So Strider's struggling a little bit on the farms.
Okay.
So whereas I think if you look across oh no, he's building farms around the map. Yeah, they're like staggered in the middle, so
just ignore you, as you said, yeah.
Yeah, just ignore me. Don't build archers. Definitely should have built archers.
Don't trust anything you say ever again.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's building archers. What a terrible idea. Oh no, it worked really well.
Yeah. Well,
Oh dude, I tell you what though, one thing like the flanking in this it just makes such a difference, doesn't it? It's absolutely colossal, and he's building a statue. That's very 7.0. I haven't seen that sort of game, but I guess maybe that's going to help on the defensive against that sort of imbalance between the defense of and attack on those dwarven units. Those guardians are so strong, aren't they?
It's unbelievable. They are a nightmare.
It does. I don't want to say it, but like I feel like Strider's maybe in a good position here. Is this? Is this looking strong from Strider? I think it is.
I'm seeing more pink units around the map, but I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they could be in tunnels. Maybe in tunnels.
Yeah, there is that, isn't there? It's really hard sometimes. I just had a little look. They're not in tunnels. Sometimes it's really hard to sometimes really get a gauge for what's going on. I wonder whether he's saving for a hero, and that might be the turning point in this game. Really, are we going to see a dwarven hero rock up and just capitalize on this.
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think. Yeah. Absolutely. I hope so too. There's some more dwarven occupation. I mean, those at level 3 they get that dwarven charge, and it's so satisfying. It's such a satisfying move. But what many people don't know is that actually Gondor late game units also have a similar charge, but no one ever uses it. It's really a shame. It's a really great mechanic that works beautifully well. Which hopefully we've already seen in this game. We're going to see more of. I mean, this is great. Oh, that farm's gonna be short-lived and easy points, unfortunately.
Better to cash it in, surely.
I'm gonna say it. It's just the small armies from Metal Razor just marching around the map, really mopping up. It's really struggling to. Yeah, really. I think the dominance here really is looking with dwarves. Individual units operating solely to destroy farms is just getting the better of Strider. What do you think?
Well, I'm backing Metal Razor, so as you know, I'm going with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking, it is looking positive. There's a nice little flow of troops, and
it is back and forth, isn't it? You know, you can't, it changes 1 minute to the next. It's very, back and forth. It just could go anyway. But I agree with you. It does look now like Metal Razor is starting to chew out the edges of Strider's base.
That said, like you say, we've seen similar comebacks. I think a real missing, and I'm going to go back to my original point. I think he needs cavalry. I know. I think cavalry would give him just a little bit of mobility, Strider, to maybe respond to some of these individual soul units. I'm not seeing a massive amount of dwarven pikes. Oh, that's a big loss. And I think cavalry would force him to build pikes.
Yes, and
nice
of course,
little. Sorry, just want to point out that. Just want to point out that nice little flanking maneuver that he did there on those guardians. They just got absolutely ripped apart. And there's that hero that we thought was coming. Yeah. You can, in a way, when you watch these back, I've never noticed this. I'm only just talking out loud with my ideas. But that sudden lull is either because you're winning or it's because they've turned the tap off. Yeah, and sometimes maybe in a 1v1 that's what you should look out for. Is there a lull? And if there's a lull in the flow of troops, that's either because they're switching up their technique or they are there's a hero coming. And
do you know, I love that. That's so funny. It's either good or it's bad. So that's a really, really helpful.
Yeah,
thank you very much. I won't write that one down.
Yeah, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe bad.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hey, I take your Balin and I raise him a man with a beard. Come on, what's his name? Oh, I know this one.
Oh, me too.
Oh. Boromir, Faramir. Forlong. Yes, got there.
Okay, well done.
It's yeah.
I had to be one of them eventually.
I had to go through the list. It's Forlong. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. This is looking pretty rough. I mean, I love that Forlong's just I'll lose my base, but I'm gonna kill your hero. Come here. Come, bring your pretty face to my axe.
Oh
dear.
It is looking like a bit. Metal Razor's sort of starting to press now. A bit, overrun Gondor. Do we reckon that?
I think Strider's right with the hero choice. I think he's that allows him to build tougher swords units. So there's definitely that's a strategy that would work. You could pair that with the Steward of Gondor. So he's right, but that little builder sitting there having his lunch, he needs to start building some farms. Yeah, he needs to be sacked. That builder, he should be building some farms, and he's not pulling his weight, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice little terrain. So that's that's great from Gondor. That will really help. Athelian Wood.
Yeah.
Okay. Comes complete with rangers.
Nice. That's what you need, isn't it?
And lavender. So what more could you want? You smell nice.
Looks
and
nice.
you die. Yeah. If you're gonna die, at least die in a nice place with
In a
bees
gladed
as
wood.
well. Yeah. Also, I love the design of it. There's just a guy standing in the middle of a no cover at all, just on his own, crouching down, and I can't be seen. That's the ultimate game of hide and seek. Just crouch down and you can't be seen. It's brilliant. Hey, I mean, this is looking rough. It is looking one-sided.
It is, isn't it?
It is starting to turn nasty. I wonder whether the he'd have maybe got some more traction if he hadn't have chosen the 2 power points. Look at the spellbook choice. You've got the Horn of Gondor and Rebuild.
Okay.
I don't know how much you get out of Rebuild. He needs some farms though. You do need to start building some farms, Strider. Please, come on, buddy. Oh dear.
Well,
He is doing it. He is doing it. There you go.
It's really difficult though, isn't it? Because that's where the whole game management is, and actually, you've got so many other things you've got to manage at the same time, and actually keeping the farms building.
Furlongs down. That might be that might break
Clincher.
him. Oh yes, and he quits.
Oh,
Fantastic game. Absolute great. Absolutely 2-1. And at the end of that match, Metal Razor is successful and will go forward to play Caran-Lambar in the next quarter final. Of course, me and my brothers will be there, we'll be casting it, and of course I hope that you will join us, and we will see you there for the next cup match.